So many times we heard the story told like this. Christianity comes to America wrapped in Bibles and good intentions, but that was a lie. We were told it so long it became the tradition. But the truth is much harsher. Christianity was imposed on many people, including enslaved Africans. They didn't choose that message. They were forced to believe it. Verses like, "Slaves, obey your masters," was preached over "let my people go." Hello, friends. I'm Scott Lloyd, scholar of race, religion, culture, and communication. I'm also author of the book, The God I Was Given, Looking for Faith After Losing My Religion. If you'd like a signed copy, shoot me a DM. Here's the harsh truth, and the part that people don't say out loud often enough. The faith that enslaved people were forced to receive did not remain the faith that they practiced. They took what was handed to them and they transformed it. They found Moses where their captors tried to hide him. They heard God's voice in the wilderness when the church told them to stay quiet. They sang their theology. They prayed their resistance. They danced hope into bodies that had every reason to collapse and give up. Call it spiritual creativity if you want, call it survival, whatever you call it. It was because Black spirituality did not simply accept Christianity, it reimagined it. And here's the twist that should make us all uncomfortable. Much of what we now recognize as American Christianity, the music, the call and response, the emotional preaching, the altar call, the belief that God shows up in the body and not just the mind, all of that is deeply rooted in Black spiritual traditions. White Christianity once tried to suppress these expressions as too emotional, too loud, too uncivilized. My own tradition of Pentecostalism experienced a lot of white supremacy that appropriated what they wanted and discarded and segregated Black people, pushed them out of the church. And so many people today love the traditions of Black spirituality, but they fail to recognize the uncomfortable truth that for most of our history in the United States, white supremacy continues to seek to quiet it. So many white people want the benefit without understanding the history. So the question isn't whether Christianity has been shaped by Black spirituality. It was. The real question is whether we're willing to admit how profoundly Black spirituality reshaped Christianity in America. If the faith you practice was born in chains, sung into being by people who refuse to let God be owned by their oppressors, then the least that we can do is tell that story truthfully. Because liberation was never a side note in the gospel. It was always the point. And if that makes us uncomfortable, good.